During a high inflationary environment, commodity plays tend to do better. So in this video, we'll be taking a look at a stock which is in the oil and gas industry. The stock that we'll be taking a look at in this video is Matador Resources Company. So in this video, I'll be sharing with you my Matador Resources Company stock analysis and whether is Matador Resources a buy right now. Before we begin, if you are new to this channel, my name is Linus, and in this channel I share all things related to the stock market, so both investing and trading. If you want more videos such as this, make sure to subscribe to my channel because each week I release 2 new videos about investing, trading and the stock market. Alright, so there will be 2 parts in this video. The first part of the video will be taking a look at Matador Resources fundamentals, and in the second part we'll be taking a look at the price chart and the technicals of Matador Resources stock. So let's first take a quick overview of Matador Resources earnings per share and sales for the previous quarters. So if you zoom out over here, you'll see that for the earnings per share and for sales, both have been steadily increasing throughout the quarters. So if we take a look at sales over here, sales started out at 221 million in October 2020. And by October 2021, 1 year later, you'll see that sales has increased from 221 million to 520 million. So that's more than a 2 times increase. And this jump in sales is not a sudden one. In fact, if you take a look at sales over here, sales has been steadily increasing throughout the quarters. So from 221 million to 257 million in February 2021, and then to 336 million in April 2021, and then 442 million in July 2021, and in the most recent quarter, it increased to 520 million. So sales has been steadily increasing throughout the quarters. And for earnings per share has also been steadily increasing throughout the quarters. So in October 2020, it started at 10 cents and then it increased to 27 cents, it increased to 71 cents, and then it increased to $1.02, and then in the most recent quarter, it increased to $1.25. So there's been growth for both the top line and bottom line for Matador Resources stock. But perhaps what is most impressive about the fundamentals for Matador Resources is that in the most recent quarters, you'll see that the percentage change year over year for both sales and earnings per share is more than triple digits. So for sales in July 2021, the percentage increase in sales year over year is 192%. And for October 2021, the percentage increase in sales was 135%. So for the most recent 2 quarters, the percentage increase in sales has been more than triple digits. And this is also true for earnings per share. In fact, for earnings per share, the results has been even better. So if we take a look at July 2021, for that quarter, the percentage increase in earnings per share year over year is 3,500%. And in October 2021, the percentage increase in earnings per share year over year was 1,150%. So both experienced an increase of more than 4 digits. So the fundamentals for Matador Resources in the recent quarters has been definitely very good. In fact, if we take a look at the IBD website, to access the full features in this website, you need to have a paid subscription. So if we take a look at Matador Resources stock over here, you see that the stock received a 99 rating from IBD. So that's the highest rating that a stock can get on IBD. And we take a look at group leadership. Matador Resources is ranked first in the group in the oil and gas industry group. And you see that EPS rating is 95, so the highest is 99. So 95 is quite a high number. And then for RS rating, which is the relative strength rating. So the relative strength rating rates the stock against the S&P 500. So how well the individual stock has performed recently against the S&P 500. And for the rating, it received a rating of 98. So that's quite a high number. And if we take a look at the industry group rank, Matador Resources is in the oil and gas exploration and production group. And out of the more than 100 different industry groups in the S&P 500, the oil and gas exploration and production group ranked in 4th place. And this is a very good ranking because what this means is that for the overall oil and gas exploration and production group, the industry is one of the best overall performing group in the S&P 500. So as an individual stock, Matador Resources stock has good fundamentals. But it's not just the individual stock itself. Matador Resources stock also belongs to an industry group that is performing better than the majority of industry groups in the overall US stock market. So individual stock, tick. Industry group, tick. So that's 2 ticks for Matador Resources stock. Now let's take a look at the technicals and price chart for Matador Resources stock. From the lows over here where Matador Resources stock was around $7, it increased in price all the way to around $37 over here. So that's a more than 5x increase in price in just a couple of months. So at this part over here, Matador Resources was definitely on a strong uptrend. And then after moving up substantially, Matador Resources stock started to form a base over here. So you can see that Matador Resources formed a U-shaped base over here before it broke above its high at this point over here. And then it formed another base over here again. So right now, Matador Resources stock has formed a base over base pattern. So if we zoom in over here and take a look at the current base, Matador Resources stock is forming quite a constructive base. Firstly, we had an undercut over here. So this candlestick over here undercut the previous low over here. But as you can see, this candlestick which undercuts the previous low is just a shakeout, because immediately after this undercut, prices managed to get back up above the previous low over here. So this candlestick over here was just a shakeout. So that's quite a positive sign, because this means that some of the weak holders are already shaken out at this point over here. So the remaining holders are likely to be stronger players. The second positive sign in this constructive base pattern is that over here at the right side of the base, not only are prices close to the high of the base, prices have also started to tighten up over here. And this tells us that at the high of the base over here, there are not a lot of selling left. And that is a good thing, because if prices break out from the base over here, there is unlikely to be a lot of selling pressure, and then prices are more likely to move up on the breakout. The third positive sign is that even before prices were making new highs, you can see that the relative strength line over here were already at its all-time highs. So this means that even before prices were making new highs, the stock is already performing better than the S&P 500. So that's a positive sign. So those are some positive technical action that I see on the chart. But there's one negative sign that I'm seeing right now. So we zoom in over here. You see that for the most recent candlestick over here, Matador Resources stock experienced quite a bit of selling over here. So if you know how candlestick works, but don't worry, if you don't know how candlestick works, you can watch my video over here where I share about the different candlestick patterns and how you can interpret candlesticks on your price charts. But basically for this candlestick over here, we see prices opening over here at around a price level of $46.30, and then price went up all the way to this price level of around $48.76. But towards the end of the day, there were quite a bit of selling pressure, and then this pushed prices all the way back down to close below its intraday high over here and below its opening price over here. And then it closed at this price level of around $46.01. And you can see that volume on the day was also slightly above average. So this is one negative sign, because this tells us that on this day over here, there were quite a bit of sellers selling Matador Resources stock, which pushed prices down over here. But based on the fundamentals and the technicals, I believe that moving forward, Matador Resources can easily achieve a 20% returns. But this should not be construed as financial advice. Before you invest or trade in the stock market, always make sure that you do your own due diligence before making any decision. So for the stock to achieve a 20% returns, I want to see the stock breaking above this price level of around $48.56. Because we see that there were quite a bit of selling over here. So if prices were to move upwards, we want to see the stock breaking above this price level and closing above this price level. But no matter how strong the fundamentals and technical price action of the stock, we always want to minimize and control risk and downside. So if the selling pressure continues and Matador Resources stock decline, the first level that I'll be taking a look at is this price level around $43. The next level will be this price level of around $39. So those are the two levels that I'll be managing my risk at. So this is my Matador Resources stock analysis. Hopefully you have enjoyed and learned something from this video. If you did, smash that like button, because it really helped the channel grow and allow me to produce more content such as this. And if you want more weekly stock ideas and tips, make sure you join my Facebook and Telegram groups, because in those groups every week I share my stock ideas and stock watch list for the week. So you can join those groups by clicking on the link below in the description. I'll see you in the other videos to your financial success.